Breaking! A new United Nations report has dropped a bombshell on South Sudan's government, exposing massive financial irregularities that are sending shockwaves across the country. The 2023 to 2024 spending figures don't just raise eyebrows, they raise alarms. The government spent 2.43 trillion South Sudanese pounds, nearly 650 billion South Sudanese pounds, over its approved 1.78 trillion South Sudanese pounds budget. But here's the catch. Every major public service got less than what was promised. That includes education, healthcare, and most shockingly, salaries. Less than half the salary budget was paid, the report says, while doctors, teachers, and soldiers continue to go unpaid. Meanwhile, senior officials reportedly hand-picked companies to receive oil cargoes, completely bypassing the auction process. Why? To get early cash advances and kickbacks. One of the biggest diversions, $378 billion sent to the controversial Oil for Roads program, nearly equal to what should have gone to salaries and operations combined. Oil payments weren't just misdirected, they were rerouted to third-party companies like Amuk, general trading through foreign banks, or flown in cash straight to Juba. Instead of public services, funds were used to pay off debt. And that debt, it's crushing. $1.02 billion owed to Qatar National Bank, $657 million to Afreximbank court filings show South Sudan stopped repayments back in 2018 and ignored legal proceedings. The report also spotlights the government's controversial block of Petronas from selling its oil assets, forcing a handover to state-owned Nilepet, sparking international arbitration. The UN warns this level of centralized control over public funds is a recipe for corruption, conflict, and economic collapse. The findings were reviewed by the UN Sanctions Committee on July 1, 2025. The world is now watching. Civil society demands election-focused budget. In Juba, pressure is mounting. Civil society groups are demanding that the upcoming 2025 to 2026 budget be centered around one goal: credible elections. Jame Kolok, chair of the Civil Society Coalition on Elections, issued a clear message. This budget must reflect a clear commitment to credible elections. The coalition warns that any delay in funding the National Elections Commission could jeopardize the December vote. They've called on Parliament and the Ministry of Finance to act now. Parliament urged to investigate U.S. deportation deal. A secretive deportation agreement, reportedly signed with the United States, is under fire. Community Empowerment for Progress Organization, CEPO, says the deal was made in the dark and could violate human rights. Edmund Yakani, CEPO's executive director, didn't mince words. We demand full disclosure. Parliament must summon officials involved and assess the legality and implications of this agreement. The U.S. has already deported several South Sudanese nationals under the deal, but who signed it and at what cost? From vanished oil revenues to a nation in debt to democracy under threat, South Sudan faces a critical test. The people are demanding answers. The world is demanding accountability. We'll continue tracking this story as it develops. Stay tuned. This is Shalawood, bringing you stories that matter. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell to stay updated on the latest news from South Sudan and around the world.